In this video, we will cover Kaltura Classroom. Kaltura Classroom is the application that is integrated within Canvas that you will use for your online live syncs and also recording class lectures on campus. This software is very similar to Zoom, but it is all integrated in Canvas, and the recording will automatically be posted for students. Additionally, you do not need to schedule and send out links or send out links to the recording. Only students who have access to your individual course will have access to the recordings, and they will not, by default, be able to download them. Additionally, both you and your students will just go to the Canvas course to start the live sync or the class lecture. So the first thing to do is go to your course and then click on Media Gallery. The Media Gallery is a place where all your videos that you have recorded are placed in the course. Students are able to see this Media Gallery and see the lectures or any other videos that you have produced. In another video, we will talk about how to add videos to this. One side note, the My Media is a place for your own personal videos. Students do not have access to your media, and your My Media is accessible to you across Canvas in different courses. So if you record a video that you want to place in multiple courses, it'll be in your My Media, and then you can publish it to your Media Gallery, which is specific to this course. So to start your live classroom meeting, like I said, you click on Media Gallery, and then all you do is click on Start Meeting. Students will do the same thing, except their button will say Join Meeting. If you are not in the meeting room, then students will be alerted that they're waiting for the host to join. So when you open up your meeting, you'll be presented by this default layout. The default layout has a whiteboard function, and then you will also see all the students and yourself down here at the bottom. There's a chat here on the right, and then there's also a list of all your participants. Note that you can close this whiteboard by clicking on the X here at the top right, and then you'll be presented with all your students in a gallery, similar as you would see in Zoom. All right, let's look at a couple tools that you can use in Kaltura Classroom. So if you'd like to play a YouTube video that is a public link, you can do so through this. As we've already talked about, you have the whiteboard functionality. In the whiteboard functionality, you can draw, you can type text, and so forth. You can also share your desktop. You can create some quizzes for students to take during the lecture. You can upload other media. So if you have other videos or lectures that you want to have students watch or something and then discuss, if you've uploaded it into either My Media or the Media Gallery, you'll have access to those, and then students can watch them during this live session. Additionally, you have the option to record. There's not a way currently to automatically record the class. And so as soon as you open up the class, and if you're going to want to record it, you're going to want to press on Tools and then Recording. And you'll have a recording duration that you can choose. Just choose the max that you would normally have for the class. So if the class is 45 minutes, just choose an hour. If it's an hour and a half, just choose 2 hours. Click on Start Recording, and it'll take a second to initialize, but you can go ahead and continue your introduction to the meeting, and then it'll start recording automatically. The nice thing about this is this recording will be automatically posted to that Media Gallery in Canvas, and you will not have to do anything additional for students to have access to the recording. Additionally, as I said before, only students that are registered in the class and that have access to it in Canvas will be able to watch the recording. All right, let's go back to tools. And then similar to Zoom, you have breakout rooms. And so you can break out your class into different breakout rooms. And if you click on breakout, you'll be able to auto assign or drag students into different rooms, and you can rename them. So notice here at the top, you have files, tools, which we just talked about, chat. So if you want to take off the chat, you can just click on chat and it will take it off from the right there. You can see your participants list. And then you even have a notes field. The notes field, you can type some text for yourself. And then if you'd like to broadcast that to the class, you can do so by hitting broadcast note in the top right. One of the nice things about Kaltura Classroom is instead of sharing your desktop to show a PowerPoint, you can click on files and add your PowerPoint to this course. And you can add it as a playlist. So with Kaltura Classroom, every time you open up this in your course, it will show the last thing that you had open, and all your files will stay in it, anything that you've added. So every time you go to teach the course, you don't have to reset up your space. You can just jump right in, and at the beginning of a semester, you can upload all your PowerPoints and they're ready to go. So I'm going to add a PDF, which I usually export my PowerPoints as a PDF, but you can use PowerPoint files or PDF or Word docs. If you have a Keynote file, you either need to convert that to a PowerPoint, which you can do in Keynote, or you can export it as a PDF and show each page. So the way I usually do it is just export everything to a PDF. I do this in the classroom as well. I'm just going to open this here and notice that it uploads the PDF, which is my PowerPoint. It'll take a second to convert. And you can create playlists. And so these are easily accessible for you to show the class. So I can click on add to playlist, or I could just play it, which will show it on the screen. So notice here on the right, there's a playlist, and this will have all my files that I've added to this playlist. And it's really accessible that I can just switch between documents over here on the right using this playlist. If I want to hide this, I can click on playlist here at the top and then show it again. If I want to show this file, I just open it and then students will see this. This is only a one-page PDF, but you'd see all your pages right here. And this is really nice. So if you export a PowerPoint or something as a PDF and you want to send it out to students, it's easy to view. It's going to look the same on all computers. It's just a really easy way to do this. You can mark up this PDF if you would like. Notice you have different tools up here. And note that this isn't changing the PDF document. It's just writing on top of it. And so whatever file you upload is going to still stay the same. You can add text. And then you can also have an arrow showing students kind of where you're at instead of a mouse cursor. So you can direct students going through a PowerPoint there. All right, let's look at a couple additional features here. So here, this gear icon in the top is your settings. So if you're having webcam issues or anything like that, you can select your webcam or your microphone and the audio. One additional feature that Kaltura Classroom has is you can track the participants' focus during the session with browser focus alerts. So basically, if they're in the session and they go to like another web page or something, and this isn't on the front of their screen, you can have it show alert on like their webcam or show an alert in the participants list. By default, this is your virtual classroom. This just means that all your students will be here at the bottom. All their videos will be ready to go and everything else. The webinar feature is basically if you want to present a lecture or kind of talk to the class, but you're not going to have people's videos on there. You can add certain people to have their videos on there, but it's more you just talking to the class with less interaction. So by default, we have virtual classroom turned on. If you have a guest lecturer or somebody that is outside the course that you would like to invite, you can do that by clicking this invite link, and you can have a direct link to your room. Now, I would only recommend this. Don't send this to students because they have access to it within Canvas. But this is nice that if you have somebody from the outside that's not in your course that you would like to have speak or share something with the class, you can get this direct link. And if you would like, you can set a password for it as well. All right. Once you are finished, you can either exit out of the window, but right now I have it full screen. And so I can click this exit door icon and I can end this session. And I can close my tab. And shortly, once that recording is finished, it will automatically show up in this media gallery. As I said before, this will automatically be accessible to students. And so you can either send out an announcement or tell students like, hey, about an hour or so after this class, once it's processed and everything, the recording will be available in the media gallery. And students can just come to this media gallery and watch a recording of the lecture. So that is Kaltura Classroom. And notice here that the recording from the class is now in the media gallery, or it's processing right now. And so it'll show up once it's finished recording.